want to welcome you to another exciting episode of Pens in Use. So I found a drawback to doing this in the basement. I started my laundry. So I stopped the washing machine. It's soaking while I finish this, and we'll finish the laundry later. And if anyone is interested, I successfully think I've repaired the roof because it's rained some more and no more water has come in. So looks like hell, but it's not leaking, and that's the important thing. So what you're really here to see, of course, is the pens. I messed up my grammar. All right, so we have a Sailor 1911 S, standard I should say, with a beautiful zoom nib. I have my Platinum 3776 with the Shengyo finish, the special edition that recently came out. We have the Senator, which I still haven't figured out his name. And in between him and the other Senator, I have a Sheaffer Taranis. I have the other Senator, which was given to me as a gift, and holy cow, seriously, I just got interrupted. The program recording my voice says, "Hey, do you want to update right now?" No, so let's go install and quit. So, hope that wasn't all interrupted. I hate that when software does that. So where was I? The Senator that was given to me as a gift. It's supposed to be anonymous. This one was very controversial last week. The Lingmo Lorelei, EI is pronounced I in German, and it has something to do with mermaids. I can't remember the exact definition. Water nymph, I think. So we'll go with that because I like it. So Lingmo is the company, Lorelei is the model. This is my Montegrappa Fortuna Mosaico, which is a gorgeous pen. My Lamy 27E, which is almost empty, but hanging in there. This one is empty. It's just so pretty. I wanted to put it here one more time. Platinum 3776 with the koi finish. And then, of course, my Cora, which is a pen made in the Netherlands. So, let's see how these puppies are writing. All right, so let's start with this beautiful Sailor. You saw this reviewed. I filmed the review back in August. Finally, it came up on the schedule, and beautiful, beautiful color. I love that robin's egg blue. And yeah, this is a pen I'm really enjoying, and answering all the comments made me rewatch the review and say, yep, I better ink that puppy up again. So today is October. Well, I'm actually writing this the night before. It's actually homecoming week, and we'll be playing our homecoming football game. I don't know that there's much point to homecoming anymore, but people seem to enjoy it, so I guess whatever. So Sailor 1911, which wouldn't have been enough for me to buy it. I mean, it's a pretty color, but the pen is meh. But I wanted this zoom nib, and I believe this is the standard edition. The ink in it is, of course, a Sailor ink. I was impressed that I had no trouble filling this pen. I have had trouble filling some other pens from the Sailor bottles. So perhaps they designed their bottles for their pens. Imagine that. So Sailor Jentle Sky High. And in answer to a question from a viewer, so I'll put it side by side with a Platinum 3776. Yes, I do recognize that this is a special edition, but it's the same size as the others. And you can see there's a little more girth to the 3776. As far as length, maybe a hair more on the 3776. And then if I uncap them, because the grip section is what I really notice when I write. Oops, come back here, buddy. So of course the nib on the Sailor is a little smaller, which doesn't matter. But I would say that the grip sections are about the same, for whatever that's worth. I will be honest, the Sailor 1911 is a wonderful pen, and I really enjoyed the zoom nib, but I prefer the 3776. By the way, the beautiful Shengyo finish. I may be filming a review of this soon. Don't know when I'll be publishing it. I'll have to light it a little better than this. The reason I like this, that it deserves its own review, of course, is the double broad nib, which I think was, if I recall, was quite controversial in a previous video, because Pilot uses C to mean something different from what Platinum does. This ink here is Sailor Jentle Grenade. Very attractive ink. It has a little bit of sheen to it on the right paper. This is not the right paper, of course. And since I'm here, why not pull out? It's empty. This had Sailor Jentle Grenade in it until I decided to correct some tests, and then she went empty. But just one more time, let's admire that koi finish before I put it to bed for a while. Just a beautiful pen. I love this thing. And this trim ring is now staying on. I haven't tried forcing it off or seeing how tight it's on, but yeah, it's behaving better. Beautiful, beautiful pen. All right, moving right along, we have our Senator. Matte gray and black. Is that what it's? Matte gray and silver, I think, is what it was sold as. I actually don't know its true name. I know it was sold as having come out in the silver, or I mean in the 70s, sorry. But I don't know. Looks kind of like a fine nib. It's a very nice writer. I mean, had a few issues when I first got it, but they seem to have solved themselves. So hey, I'll talk about that when I review it too. This is one I would have reviewed by now. I just would really love to know what the model is. So again, if you can tell me where to find Senator resources and find models of pens on the internet, I would really appreciate it. So thank you in advance if somebody out there is knowledgeable. That is a drawback to my interest in these uncommon pens, like this Senator, which was given to me as a gift. There's a small crack in it, which seems to have gotten over tightened there. Small crack in the blind cap. Probably shouldn't take this anywhere, but I like it. So this is a Senator question mark. The ink in it is Montegrappa. Bordeaux. That's ink I really like. In fact, after we ran out of Sailor Jentle, I switched to this pen. I don't have any fetish for correcting in red. That just happens to be what I felt like using. I'm one of those rainbow people that corrects in whatever pen is handy and doesn't care about the color as long as it somewhat sticks out. This Sheaffer Taranis is a interesting Ferrari edition. As I mentioned last week, I got it lower price than it usually is. It's actually within about $10 of the regular Taranis. And it's turned out to be a pretty nice pen. I think this one's going to be a keeper. I enjoy the bright red color. Usually I prefer other colors, but just it's so bright and red, I like it. And it writes nicely. And it definitely has a unique look there. Oh, shoot. What is this ink anyway? I got criticized for forgetting inks. Yep, there we go. Pelikan. Whoops, P, not F. 4001. Brilliant Green. Which incidentally does seem to behave pretty well on lower quality paper and is another good one for correcting papers. See, I told you I'm a rainbow. I don't care about color. All right, this one I got corrected. I have a habit of calling it the Lorelei Lingmo, but it's actually Lingmo is the brand. So see how you go Sheaffer Taranis. So we'll call this the Lingmo. This actually wouldn't be a bad color for correcting, except it doesn't always stand out among student work. The ink, I had to look, I'm sorry, is Diamine. And now I remember I had something to talk about with this, Sargasso C. I had the impression that this ink was a special one that maybe sparkled or whatnot. Nope. It's just a pretty dark blue. I have a small sample of it, and I like it, but I don't know if I like it enough to buy a bottle. All right, my Montegrappa Fortuna Mosaico, Barcelona model. I'll be honest, none of the other Fortunas have really caught my eye. They're all the same shape. Even the other Mosaicos really didn't. But this one, I just love that turquoise finish. I mean, look at that. That's pretty. The ink is Lamy. Yes, that really is a broad nib. I think I've reviewed this pen already. If I haven't, I know what remark I'd make about the nib. It writes nicely, but it doesn't write like a broad. Two more. The almost empty. I did make a mistake of correcting a few papers with this one, which didn't go so well because it's just too broad. Lamy 27E. This is an oblique broad nib. Of course, an oblique broad means it's cut at an angle and it's really broad. The ink in it is Pelikan, Edelstein, Jade. It's the last of my sample. I haven't decided if I want a full bottle of this or not yet. And you didn't see any of that, and I really apologize. I should look up. See. Pretty plain pen, but I like it. Definitely a keeper. This is a keeper, too. My exotic... See, I've mentioned before, I have exotic tastes. My exotic Cora pen. Another pen I can't find much about. So this is a Cora. It's made in the Netherlands. It's made in the 1950s, and now you know as much as I do. So, would love to know more. Has a nice ink window. Cora written in script right there. The ink in this, I don't remember this ink either. Oh, Robert Osster Jade. I should know that one. That's one I really like. This is a pen that almost has to be posted, and I'm not posting it. So let's back up here. Whoops, the other backup. So those are my pens in use this week. Nothing too exciting going on. Well, homecoming eating up my time. Correcting papers eating up my time. Getting ready for my parents to visit in 2 weeks. So where I'm at right now is actually a guest bedroom. Unofficial because it's not really zoned for it. And yeah, so I'll be entertaining them in about 2 weeks. I don't know how many more years they'll be traveling out here, but you know, while they're still healthy enough, why not? Hoping to take them up to the Fairview Lift Bridge. I'd also really like to take them down to Needles Highway in South Dakota. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to pull both of these things off. There's a possibility we'll be playing a home playoff football game while they're here. So I got to figure that out too, because that's part of my job. I'm going to have to photograph that. And I've got some student council stuff that I have to do one of the days. So yeah, that's what they get when they visit me during school, I guess. But anyway, hopefully I can entertain them. Don't tell them about my travel plans for them because they will try and shut it down. And, you know, I want to get them out and explore a little. So, yeah. My garden froze this week, 25 degrees overnight. We'll do that. I had planned to cover tomatoes and eggplant, but The wind was blowing at such a speed that I couldn't keep my blankets down even by putting some weights on them. So they just, wherever they could find a loose spot, then they flap like a sail, and then all of a sudden they're pulling out from under their heavy weight. And I just like, well, I guess that's the end. So, the broccoli, the cauliflower, although I only have one head of cauliflower left, those are okay. Swiss chard still looks okay. Kohlrabi, I still have 2 left. Didn't look at the parsley, so I don't know how that is. The mint. But anyway, basically the garden's done. So this weekend, much as I'd like to go somewhere this weekend, I'm probably going to be catching up on stuff, getting ready for my parents, cleaning up. I can't do it next weekend because I have another obligation next weekend. Cleaning up the garden and actually possibly mowing my lawn. Ooh, but we had rain, so I guess that's good. Then the lawn growing comes with it. So anyway, I just looking to see if I have anything exciting to add, and I don't. I slightly repositioned the lights. I also have a main light in the room that I usually turn on for this that went out, and I thought, oh, I'll just screw in a new bulb. Well, somebody's got to go shopping because I'm out of bulbs. So that's on the list for next time I get to a store. So anyway, hope that was interesting. Hope it was useful, and we'll see you Sunday with some more driving. Bye-bye.